10 Steps to Becoming a Successful Photographer, Part 2. Hi, I'm Joel Grimes with the Joel Grimes Academy, and here we are in Part 2 of 10 Steps to Becoming a Successful Photographer. So, we are on number 4, which is recognize that not everyone's going to love your work. So I have a saying that there's a critic around every corner. So, until you have been rejected to the point of tears, you haven't hit the real world. That's the way it is. So, I always say get it out of the way. And once you get it out of the way, then the second rejection is not as bad, or the third, or the whatever. If you're going to be knocking on doors and pitching what you love and trying to get work, rejection is going to come probably every day, at least once a day, if not more. That's the way the real world is. The problem is we're human, and we don't like being rejected or criticized or hurt. It's brutal. So the first thing you have to recognize is that as you go out in the real world, you are selling yourself in a look or a service that not everyone's going to want. Just like music, not everyone likes the same kind of music. So you have to recognize that when you present your work, and if someone doesn't like it, that's just the way it is. Now, it may be that they are not very nice, they're kind of rude, that's true. But usually it's just that whatever you're offering doesn't fit what they need. So you move on to the next place. And eventually you'll find someone that loves what you do. That's almost a guarantee. So as you build your craft, just remember that all you need is a small percentage of people to like what you do, and you can make a really good living. All right, number 5. Persistence will win over more art directors, art buyers, photo editors than a great portfolio. Now that's a shocker to me because I thought if you were a really good photographer, that's all you needed to be. Well, it's not true. And the goal is to get hired, right? It's not to win some huge award for being the best photographer on the planet. You want to get hired. You want to make a living. You want to pay for your mortgage, your car payment, for your kids' diapers, your college, for your kid, whatever it is. You want to get hired. That's the goal. And so, to get hired, you have to be persistent. And persistence will actually, in the end, in the long run, be greater and outperform the best photographers in town. And we know that to be true because a lot of times you'll look at it, say a magazine or an ad campaign that a photographer did, and you know your work's a lot better than that photographer, but somehow they got the job. Why? Because they put their work in front of that person and they got hired. And persistence. So I talk a lot about this when I discuss and teach marketing. So this is very, very critical that what I want to do is, in the end, get hired. And so I have to learn the steps in doing that. Having a great portfolio is important, but not as important as being persistent. Number 6, get your name into the brain of the person that you want to hire you. Now, I call this the power of 8. It is absolutely magic. If you want the secret to the success of how to get work, this is it. So here's how it works. If you go and solicit a potential client to get work, and as an average person, if I do make an attempt, usually in my humanity and the typical person is you give 2 attempts. After 2 attempts, you go, hey, look, they're not interested, right? If you only do 2 attempts, the odds of you getting a return on that investment and getting hired is less than 10%. But here's where the magic comes. If you go and do it 8 times, so you make a phone call, you send a packet, make a phone call, send a packet, just keep persistently, putting work in front of them, get your name. If you do it at least 8 times, the odds go up over 80%, you'll get a return on your investment. I have proven this over and over for 35, 40 years. It's been the secret to my success in terms of getting work. So, you have to learn it. So if I was going to put together a curriculum for a college, university level photography course, I wouldn't let anyone graduate until they learn this very basic principle. Yes, you need to learn how to take pictures and become a great photographer, but more importantly, you need to learn how to get work. And so your goal is to get your name into their brain. And when you do, work will follow. So that was part 2. There's more to come. If you want to see these 10 steps all in one place, I have a PDF that you can have for free. If you go to the joelgrimesworkshops.com, and you can sign up and get it for free. And then you can put it on your iPad, your iPhone, take a look at it. And there you have in front of you the keys of success to make you achieve the dream that you have, being a photographer and making a living with your camera. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and hit that little bell, and then you can keep up with all my current content.